Saturday Social is powered by FIFA 22 with PlayStation.
Trends?
Indeed.
5 of the biggest talking points, world of football. First up, what you got?
Yes, our first trend is inspired by one of our guests in particular, Thogden, who's at both Champions League games this week.
That's my job.
In Madrid. You're watching Real Madrid versus Chelsea and Atletico Madrid versus Man City. Didn't have to get onto another flight, obviously, to go and watch
Convenient
those games
logistics,
already.
that.
I want to be like
City.
him, you know?
Yeah.
A couple of games.
And you enjoyed it, I think it's safe to say, as we can see from your very excited posts online.
Yeah, it was something.
I've never seen anything like this. The stadium is rocking. It's over. Real Madrid have knocked out Chelsea. Whatever happens today, this atmosphere has been one of the best. Everybody's standing up, making noise. I've really enjoyed it. This has been a special experience.
Amazing,
Wow.
amazing.
Get everyone Sky Sports.
Thogden videos on Sky Sports. Now, that's led us to our first question for Trend 1. What's the best game you've ever been to? 30 seconds each, 60 seconds altogether. Theo, start.
We're going to start off from a few days back. Real Madrid against Chelsea
Ever?
is up there.
You've been to a lot of big games.
Yeah.
Like
I mean,
a lot
4-5
of big
on
games.
aggregate. Okay, Chelsea to come back in the fashion they did, to put 4 goals away, one of them disallowed, but to come back and be ahead with under 10 minutes to go, look like they're going to knock out Real Madrid, do the impossible with Timo Werner scoring, but then Real Madrid get it at the end, that's mental. But I've got to say, England,
Germany.
Germany,
Yeah, I was at that game.
Colombia in Russia on penalties, finally won a penalty shootout, and Bolton, Nottingham Forest.
But
And
your
we stayed
best
up.
one is Real Madrid.
I'm going to go Bolton Forest.
Bolton
because
Forest.
heart in it.
Fair play, fair
I've got
play.
2 games. It's Ronaldo's return to the United again. He scored 2 goals.
Yeah.
But
How'd
the
that work
best
out?
game that I've been to, emotion-wise, was the Euro final, England against Italy. Obviously,
best?
because the emotion was up and
The
down.
build-up.
I
the
hate that,
build-up,
honestly.
The situation was just unreal. One of the best experiences, but worse at the same time.
Wow. I'd go 2. I'd go England, Germany in the Euros, and I'd go Tottenham. I was in Ajax when Tottenham won the semi-final of the Champions League last year. Lucas
no
Moura.
way.
It was amazing.
Oh, you know what I was at?
Go on.
When Chelsea won the competition.
Whoa! What?
Go on then, do you know what I love about that? He was at week
He
1
was
yesterday.
waiting.
He was like, "Hi Smith, you're on week 2. He's got his hair, his Simi's ringing off. He's got his feet on the table. He's really comfortable. No, he's got his feet on the table. Right, trend 2. We're going to stick with the Champions League theme for our second trend because I've got to say, what a result for Villarreal. Unai
unreal.
Emery's Villarreal. And look at these absolute scenes in the dressing rooms after. There's Etienne Capoue on the table. If you think
Loving it.
that's good, and that's
Feet
a
on the
high
table.
vantage point. Look at Lo Celso. He's on the
my-
practicing the seat thing. But got to shout out Unai Emery because obviously they won the Europa League last season, beating United in the final, of course. Now they're in the semi-final of the Champions League. And if you look at the starting 11 of that team comparative to Bayern Munich, it's an incredible achievement. And Jurgen Klopp, interestingly, this week called him the king of the cup. Says one of the best cup managers in world football. Of course, Liverpool play Villarreal. So the next trend, it got us thinking about this. We just think, is Unai Emery one of the most underrated managers in the world? 60 seconds on the clock. Harry, what do you think?
I'd say yes. I think his tenure at Arsenal obviously wasn't the greatest. Didn't end the best, but he's shown with Sevilla, he's shown with Villarreal that he is a proven manager. And I think to galvanise that team as well, to get them to the semi-finals of Champions League isn't easy, and shouldn't be taken lightly as well. So credit where credit's due, man. He's doing a great job at Villarreal, and who knows, he could pull off a little upset, get to the final. I'm joking, but yeah, he's doing well.
You're going to say yes. Theo, where do you stand with Unai Emery?
Absolutely, he is one of the most underrated managers in the world. He's currently European champion, won the Europa
from
League.
Europa League.
Okay, and then he goes on and trumps that by getting to a Champions League semi-final. He's just knocked out Bayern. Everyone was worried about Bayern and the qualities they had when they play one of the bigger teams, but Villarreal through. So he's proven it. I think the pressures at Arsenal is what let him down. There's so much media talk. Everyone's got an eye on you. But when you take it off him and allow him to do his thing at Villarreal, he's proven everyone wrong. So it's incredible.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Perfect
Good
timing.
evening indeed.
Yeah.
Good evening indeed. OK, our third trend, we're sticking as well with the Champions League, but it's all about the proposed changes that could come into effect in 2024. Now, here are some of the key points. But in short, these changes can allow teams who have not qualified through league places or competition victors to play in Europe's elite competition based on their European history. Now, for instance, a wildcard could be awarded to an FA Cup winner. Now, if that was this season, it would mean that Man City, Chelsea and Liverpool could all possibly play in the Champions League if they didn't get it through normal means. But if Crystal Palace were to win the FA Cup, they would not due to their coefficient. Now, that brings us on to our question. Is the new Champions League format good or bad for football? Theo, what we say in 60 seconds?
It's a disgrace, absolute disgrace. Because what you're doing is basically hoping that the normal top 6 are going to be in there every single year. You're focusing on them. Like, imagine Bolton went on, whatever club, we all support a different club, but imagine you went on a little run and you proved to be one of the best. Leicester City winning the Premier League. You'd have no opportunity to make yourself a big club. There should always be a chance. So just picking the same ones from the previous years historically, because they did well, they've got to be in again. It's disgrace. It's really actually quite upsetting.
Yeah.
Because I would, one day Bolton might go on to do something successful as a fan, and you're creating a less of a chance. Sorry.
I agree. I think it is such a beautiful competition that is one because a team has actually worked hard to get to that level.
Yeah.
To then, like even with United, as much as I love my club, if we haven't, done enough in the league to get to that level, we shouldn't be there.
Yeah.
Simple as that. And I think that's taken away from the special feeling that it feels like to be in that competition. So if they do that, then they're going to spoil football big time.
Yeah, so it's interesting, isn't it? And do you know what I think? We've just watched, Theo was at 2 of them, an unbelievable week in the Champions League.
Yeah.
I look at it, I go, if it's not broke, don't fix it. The Champions League is incredible as it is.
Yeah, the beauty is anyone can win it.
Yeah, exactly that. Trend number 4, from the Champions League to the Europa League, because it was a great night for 2 English clubs in the Champions League. It was a great night for 2 British clubs in the Europa League. So have a reminder of some of the results. Atalanta losing to Leipzig. Barcelona were actually 3-0 down in that and scored 2 late goals. So they lost to Frankfurt. Frankfurt taking something like 30,000 they had in the new camp, didn't they? Lyon losing 3-0 at home to West Ham. Huge night for West Ham, winning 4-1 on aggregate. And Rangers, again, after extra time, beating Braga. So congrats to Rangers and to West Ham. We're in separate halves of the draw. Leipzig play Rangers. West Ham play Frankfurt. So the possibility of a West Ham Rangers final is still on, although they've still got work to do, of course.
Indeed,
so our next trend, just very simply, we're asking you, who will win the Europa League? Harry, what do you think, mate?
West Ham.
Do you?
I believe West Ham have got it. This season, they've really surprised me because the consistency of their performances have been amazing. They actually battered Lyon. Like it was a clean sweep. And they've got Declan Rice, not Declan, Declan Rice there, and Mikel Antonio.
What a player.
What a player, Bowen. They're such a great team, and I think
Craig Dawson.
Yeah, Craig. Look, I mean, I could be on that team. Do you know what I mean? But no, honestly, I think they're great. I think they'll bring it home.
Theo?
I really want to see a West Ham Rangers final.
Yeah.
But something tells me RB Leipzig are going to do the business. They've been unbelievable this season. The way they play football, they've got a great manager, 3 at the back, down the flanks, Angelino. And then you've got Nkunku scoring the goals at the moment. Incredible record at Bundesliga. So I'm going to back them to win it.
Okay, there we go.
Not too bad. Yeah, not too
RB
bad.
Leipzig and West Ham.
A few of our mates will be very happy with that. They say West Ham are massive, supposedly. But,
Yeah,
supposedly. All right, moving on to our 5th and final trend. It's all about Sean Dyche after Burnley confirmed the surprise news yesterday that he had been sacked, as you can see by their statement right here. Burnley FC can confirm the club has parted company with manager Sean Dyche, assistant manager Ian Woan, first team coach Steve Stone and goalkeeping coach Billy Mercer. Now, that moves us to the final question, lads. Theo, to kick us off for 60 seconds, will Burnley regret sacking Sean Dyche? They are in a bit of a relegation battle.
Yeah, look, it's awful. And the most disappointing thing about it is, why has this all of a sudden happened? 4 points off relegation, Everton just beat United, fair enough, but they've got a good run of fixtures. I still believe that Burnley could survive. Weghorst and Cornet, they're both proven to score quite a lot of goals. I just think something's gone wrong within that club for it to fall away. And if we go back to the question, will they regret it? Of course they will. I think tensions were high and something must have blown it. I think no one can do a better job than Sean Dyche at managing. You could have Jose Mourinho in there, Diego Simeone, and I reckon you couldn't keep them up.
Where is it, Harry? What are you thinking?
Well, I think that. Sorry, sort of my Dash impression. No, do you know what? I agree with. I think that is a Burnley team. I think that's his team. I think they should have waited to the end of the season before making that decision.
But really,
it's
I think he deserves a lifetime contract.
No, but I mean, as in, if he was going to do something, because we don't know what's actually happened. It
No,
could be something else that's happened. But I think it was very weird. And
the whole staff walked.
Yeah, crazy. Remember they're standing
The
for their
timing
rights.
is quite strange, isn't it?
Yeah.
But bearing in mind where they are with so few games left of the season, and it's sort of, their fixtures, if anyone could get them out of it, you'd think Sean Dyche. I mean, he's been incredible.
You know who they need to call right now, innit?
Special, yeah.
They need to call Sam Allardyce.
Sam Allardyce.
You think Big Sam is the
Big
answer?
Sam comes through.
Big Sam, you're
Ben
chewing
Mee's
gum
taking
ready.
charge this
Yeah, but
weekend, which is
Big
quite
Sam,
cool.
as a Bolton fan, I love Big Sam. He's brought us many
Sure.
successes and then left but he won't take the Burnley job because Burnley aren't properly backed. And Sam Allardyce likes to go into a club that have proper budgets. He actually signed like Nakata and JJ Okocha at Bolton. Players that he brought, top players to our club. He won't take that Burnley job because they've got the smallest budget in the league, and the team isn't good enough to stay in the Premier League without Sean Dyche.